What's up, guys? Welcome back to another aggro cast. We are here on Cliffside with our favorite English main, Schlangbang. Today you will be going up against the English as well with Lula the Nine Fingers on the yellow color. Let's speed this up a little bit and follow around our English scout, see how he does. Picking up sheep. Not so good so far. Maybe we're bad luck. He's gonna go idle for a little bit. Let's go back into the base. He's doing his standard build order. He's got 8 on food. He's sending some over to gold. We got 3 on gold for the yellow English, 7 on food, and he's going to wood. He probably should be doing these straggler trees first. Save the 50 wood of the lumber mill unless he's trying to get some upgrades, which doesn't look like he is. We are going to have a council hall coming down with 3 villagers from our yellow English player, and the same thing exactly coming down from our green English player, our protagonist today, Schlangbang. Looks like Schlangbang run his scout a little close to the TC, but he's going to get out of there with a good amount of sheep. It's following on our yellow English scout as he runs around the map with some sheep. And it looks like the feudal timing comes in at the exact same time for both players. We're going to get a men-at-arms out here first. We're going to skip the spearmen because obviously we're playing against English and they're going to have a lot of longbows as well. Both English go with the barracks council hall play. Like a mirror matchup in more than one way here. Mirrored civs and mirror strategies. You got a tower on the gold. Even though he's only got the 3 workers here, he's not really trying to pump gold, but he wants to protect it. Throwing down another tower on the wood, and villager gets sniped out here. Great start for our green English player. 2 villagers taken down for both. It looks like our green English player tried to throw down the forward tower and lost a vill because of it. He's gonna maybe lose another vill. He does lose another vill trying to put down this tower. Maybe he's getting a little too aggressive here in the early stages of the game. Our English player is being very aggressive, and there's not much he can do. These resources are all very protected by the English TC. He's gonna have to regroup and decide what he wants to do. He's got 6 men-at-arms and 7 longbowmen. But it looks like our yellow English player is massing a nice little army of his own with 3 men-at-arms and 13 longbowmen. So the army values are very close. We got 10 men-at-arms here. Maybe you try to get in that wood line and harass a little bit more without taking as much damage. Our yellow English gamer is going to cancel that tower as Schlangbang continues to rally men-at-arms. He's going heavy men-at-arms early, and he's going to pick up the scout kill. That's not going to hurt too much because this is Gold League Legends and it's 12 minutes into the game, so the scouts don't do anything anymore. Our green player is doing a good job picking off villagers here and there. Although he has killed more villagers, he has less, and he's making a point to not go idle with his TC any longer. He's going to queue up 5 and send them all to gold. We'll see if he changes that rally point soon, but he's got a good farm transition going. He's got a couple production buildings going 1-1-1 with the council hall. Our English player is going to go into a quicker castle. This is when our green English player should push forward. He knows that blue and castle is slow down to 1-time speed here and pick things up. He's going to go white tower aggressive closer to the sacred site. Let's see if he actually picks up the sacred site with this or if he just wants to control this center. Because in Gold League Legends, we attack from one spot and one spot only, and that is the middle of the map. You got a little tower on tower action as 3 rams push forward. He's got plenty of men-at-arms, 16 men-at-arms here to try to protect against 12 men-at-arms, and now 9 crossbows coming in from our yellow English player. A very good decision knowing that the men-at-arms are going to be coming from our green player. Although they're not. They're going to stand in the back. And here they come. Now they're coming in now that we've lost a good amount of longbows. We got 4 horsemen coming in on the field. And our yellow English gamer doing nothing about these ramps. He's just going to let his council hall go down. And he's got, I want to say 5 villagers to fit this. Could be just longboats because we only have 1 idle villager here. And yellow will be cleaning up this fight. Will green get his TC down? He's gonna go for the outpost, but these rams do not have good pathing, and they're gonna get burned as they retreat. And he's gonna give up on the white tower just at the last second. Oh, he's gonna have to cancel it. If only he put a more defensive white tower down, he would have had it up already, and this offensive would have fizzled out. But we got 41 military here for our yellow gamer against 7 for our green gamer. He's gonna have to start pumping out units, but he's not getting very much food. He needs more on food. He's got 8. He needs to take some of these wood, maybe some of these gold villagers, and put them on food. He's got plenty of food for a nice little farm transition. He's got the 16 farms, but he's only got 8 going because he used some of his food workers to build this white tower. Not sure why he's putting it back here when the fight's going to come from the front. Maybe he could have put it in this area, protected his farms a little bit better. He's going to send a couple of his horsemen in and get sniped out, but he has taken down 13 villagers in this game. That is an impressive feat for our green gamer. He's going to put down another archery range. You probably should put this down in the back where it's a little bit safer, where the yellow English army isn't in his face. But he's going to put the forward production buildings down. Maybe he's going to get a couple of his villagers sniped out here. But the white tower comes online, throws some villagers in, and they're going to be pumping out damage. 43, 42 military versus 4. He needs to like rally all of these guys back here and create a force before he can take this fight. I've got Ironclad coming in from our yellow gamer, and not too much in terms of upgrades coming in from our green gamer. He will be getting the upgrade to the men-at-arms, but let's see if he starts pumping out crossbows, because there's a solid amount of men-at-arms, 18 on the field with 7 more in queue. But instead we're just going to have these villagers kind of sitting around. This is why I was saying the white tower would have been better here to protect this food source. Then you could put another set of farms here. But he's got it over here, and our yellow gamer can kind of just ignore it for now until he gets enough rams. And here comes the yellow English player with a worker coming forward. Maybe he's gonna make a tower, get that added attack speed. Our green gamer correctly pulls off of gold here, and a lot of archers and crossbows just going under the TC. A nice mangonel shot, going to do a lot of damage. We got 3 mangonels out of the field. He's just producing those right out of the white tower. He needs more food though. He's not getting enough food to make an army. He's got 9 army worth of siege, but only 6 units, and he's going to get a huge mangonel shot. Oh, our yellow gamer is just not paying attention to his raiding units in the back, and another mangonel shot. Oh, these mangonels are proving to be deadly for our green gamer. And the yellow men-at-arms are going to run under the TC and suicide themselves to take out these pesky mangonels. And we got the 3rd mangonel shot. Let's see if he connects, and he connects, killing 2 of the men-at-arms, but the 2nd mangonel will go down. He threw away all of those men-at-arms to try to get those mangonels, and now he's sending in his ranged units to attack the wood line of our green gamer. And instead of running some of these vills away and keeping them alive, he's just going to attack. He's going to let them die as they suicide themselves to take out yet another villager. Very close on villager kills, very close on villager amount coming in here from both our English gamers. And we have another raid coming in from our yellow gamer with these men-at-arms. He's going to take down the villagers because our green gamer is just not paying attention. He's building food, new farms over here. He just needed to protect these farms and put his villagers there. 18 to 13 on villager kills, and what seemed like a wild military lead is now down to 20 to 10 with 1 mangonel left on the field, and both of these English gamers are just going to go mass men-at-arms. We have 8 for the green, 13 for our yellow gamer, and then crossbows are being produced by the green English. And another mangonel out on the field. Let's see if our yellow gamer, who has just thrown away his entire army, but successfully took down a bunch of villages and now has a good villager lead. Let's see if he can take advantage of his booming eco. He's gonna need to get a siege workshop down to get some springalds out to take on the mangonels of the green gamer, but it doesn't look like he has. He just has the white tower, and that is not producing springalds or mangonels or any siege for that matter. We do have an idle villager here. I want to assume he built this tower a long time ago, and he is just gonna sit here for a while. They're gonna take down this tower. We have these English Gold League Legends. They've heard about the forward towers, and they're gonna do them regardless. I believe we still have 5 military units within this tower, and they have been there for a while. So I guess they live there now. That's their home. Let's see where our yellow gamer's picking up wood. He's got 14 on wood, so it's not in the front where he used to have it, but he's gone to the back here. Very harassable units. So we got 29 villagers that could just easily be harassed by some horsemen. We have the stable down, but instead we've been ravaged here on the green side, and we're going to put up some defensive walls. Interesting wall choice here. The yellow could just kind of go around. Let's see if he finishes it off and kind of secures these golds and another sacred site. This is Gold League Legends. He's not going to do that. Instead, he's just going to mine the gold, because he only has 65 gold in the bank. He doesn't have very many upgrades. Our yellow gamer is getting a lot more upgrades at this point. Going to the barracks. We need to get our armor clad, for our men-at-arms, because the yellow gamer did get it. And if we're going to go men-at-arms versus men-at-arms, we need that armor clad. We need to get a few more in terms of armor, the +2/+2, because he's working with 6 and 8, and we're working with 4 and 5, which is just, it's not going to work out for our green gamer if we attack that. We have 1,300 wood in the bank here for our green gamer. He's gonna need to transition that to something else. Maybe take some guys off wood and then rally back to wood so you can use the wood you have. He's making crossbows. He's making men-at-arms, neither of which cost wood. So he needs to be putting down some production buildings, maybe. Boost out this army a little bit faster. Maybe get on more food. Get on the gold, because you're making a lot of food and gold units. He is going to move over to this gold with a bunch of villagers, but he's going to push forward. This is not advised. He has half the army, but he does have the mangonels. Let's see. We do have a springald out. 2 springalds now for our yellow gamer. I don't think this is going to go well for our green gamer if he pushes forward. What he could do is maybe just throw up a wall, keep the yellow gamer in his base. This is Gold League, so we're not even worried about sacred sites. We're not worried about relics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relics on the map. 3 unclaimed sacred sites. We're both in castle. We don't care. It's too much to worry about. We're only worried about the enemy army. Looks like our green gamer is trying to do a little wrap around with his army. And he's been on 26 for a while. Let's see. Is he producing anything? He's producing knights now, just knights. He's not going into anything else. He's just going knights because he doesn't really have the eco to afford anything else. He does have 1,200 food now. Maybe we can pump out some of those men-at-arms. He still has not gotten armor clad, but that's besides the point. Here he comes on a little raid. He's going to send his mangonels out to the corner as he takes down the vill. Takes down a second vill. And a third vill. A nice little raid here before our yellow gamer has a chance to react. He does have 3 springalds out on the map, knowing that the mangonels are coming, and there comes another raid in the back by the men-at-arms. The men-at-arms and the ranged units on multiple different raids. He's going to clean up some villagers here and get a little economic lead. We have 12 idle villagers as well as 19 dead villagers for our yellow gamer. 20 dead villagers, 19 killed for our yellow gamer. He's got to get these crossbows on these men-at-arms, as the men-at-arms for our yellow gamer are just better. They have the armor clad, they have the upgrades. Sorry, they don't have the defensive upgrades, but they have the ranged upgrades for these crossbows. And the Springals do work and just annihilate these mangonels before they have a chance to do much. And like we said, this was not a clean fight for our green gamer. He just didn't have enough, and now a man-at-arms comes in from our yellow to kill a couple villagers. I think he picked up 6 before me or the green English player reacted. So he's got to lick his wounds, get back to base. Our yellow gamer still has 20 idle villagers as he got scared of the raid and just put them all in buildings. We got 5 here, we got 4 here, we got 11 here, and he is just right-clicking his life away on these 3 last men-at-arms. He still hasn't put any of these guys on food. There he goes, finally putting 20 guys back on food. He has 1,200 food, so it's not really going to be an issue yet. But it would be if our green English gamer was making anything besides knights. He has 7 knights in queue, and now he's thrown down some stables, so he's going to pump them out quickly. He's got 11 knights with 10 in queue. Let's see if this turns the tide of the battle. No spears at all out on the field for our yellow gamer, so this could be what changes the tides for our green gamer. Although our yellow gamer is bringing in a ton of rams and springolds. Springolds aren't going to be too effective since our green English main has just thrown away all of his mangonels, and he's not making any more. He doesn't have the resources as he pumps these knights. He should be pumping some men-at-arms here. Get the armor clad. It's a very important upgrade for English. He needs to get some of these units out because he has a lot of food and not a lot of gold, and that's exactly what men-at-arms cost. He could throw down a couple more barracks. I believe he only has the 2. Pump some men-at-arms and some longbows to get these crossbows. The longbows will do very well against crossbows. 30 men-at-arms, 30 crossbows. He's got to send in these knights, or he's got to send some villagers to burn these rams. Let's see how our English player reacts to this. He's going to send in his knights, but not all of them. 2 of them are going to save from behind. And the crossbows are going to do so much damage against these heavy units. This is not looking good for our green gamer. He's got way less army, and the crossbows are just picking apart his heavy units. This is not great, and he's going to send these last 3 knights in. It's a little too late here. The rams are going to go down. A good job by our green English gamer to take out these rams. But he's got to send his guys back to food. You got to send them back. Maybe send 1 to prepare the white tower, and then send the rest back to food. Because I mean, you got 2,000, but you're going to want to be pumping out units right now. There's 1 ram that he forgot about. It's behind this tree. So he didn't really see it. He's going to burn it. And then he's going to send his guys back to food. No, all 22 of these villagers are going to repair this white tower. And 2 knights are going to come in and throw their lives away. Yeah, that was an interesting decision by our green gamer. He's got plenty of production buildings. He's going to stick with the knights. He's not going to make any men-at-arms. He's still not getting armor-clad. That is what is really changing the tides of this battle. He needs to get some longbows out. He's got enough food. He's got enough wood. The longbows are going to do very well against these crossbows. But he just doesn't have enough units. This is not looking good for him. More rams on the way. More men-at-arms. More crossbows. The knights are a good play, but you need at least a mangonel out on these crossbows. Mangonel would do wonders against the crossbows, but I don't know what our English player is thinking. He's going on a raid is what he wanted to do. This is a great decision. I saw this a little too late. I noticed that the villager count was way low. Let's see if he can take advantage of this terrific raid. He killed another bunch of villagers back here. And yellow doesn't know. Does he want to go forward? Does he want to go back? Does he want to save his villagers, or does he want to try to take out the base of the green gamer? Big mishap by myself, not seeing this raid, but another mishap just sitting and tanking this damage to kill a lumber camp that he hasn't used in a while. He needs to get around back on these farms. Maybe maybe kill some more villagers. Let's check back in with the green base. He's got these longbows out. Great little counter to the crossbows. He needs to start shooting them. He's shooting the men-at-arms instead of the crossbows. But he's going to throw away a lot of army here. He needed to get these longbowmen on the crossbows. Maybe throw them in the White Tower for now. He lost a lot of villagers trying to burn these rams. The White Tower looks like it's going to go down. He's only got 4 army here. Not sure what happened to these knights. Maybe he pulled them back. But the raid was a terrific idea by our English gamer, but he just doesn't have enough army. He's got the resources, right? The resources aren't the issue. It's the fact that he's only making knights. He needs to be pumping these men-at-arms. He's only got 2 barracks. He needs to get the armor-clad, and he needs to pump these men-at-arms. He's got plenty of food. He can make 16 men-at-arms. Instead, he's going to make a couple knights, and that's it. He needs to pump units, and he needs to do that now because he's got 0 units. This one looks like it could be over. I mean, he's queuing a lot of knights, and he's going to tap out. 0 army this late. Valiant effort by our green gamer, but just wasn't enough to overcome the yellow English.